Trojans Live. Jordan Moore joined now by the new running backs coach for USC, Mike Jinks. Coach, welcome to Trojans Live. Welcome to USC and the Trojans and family. You've had some time here to adjust. You got on campus sometime, what, December?
About December 8th or so. And first off, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's a joy to be here.
Yep. Well, we're happy to have you. And as I mentioned going into the break, you have a unique background. You coached high school for what, almost 2 decades in Texas? So tell me about that transition and what you took from all those years coaching the high school game that ultimately led you to becoming a college head coach before you joined us.
Well, I guess it kind of all started in about 2006. I got an opportunity to open up a school called Cibolo Steele High School. It's on the outskirts of San Antonio, and opened it from a freshman campus. 4 years later, 2010, we won a state championship, and we went back in 11. 2012, I had the opportunity to be the head coach of the All-American All-Star game, and actually had Seahawk in that game, and
really?
Mike, both in that game. Yeah, I did. So got a chance to be the head coach of that game, and throughout that Wednesday of that game week, I got a call from Cliff Kingsbury asking me to join the staff at Texas Tech. We had a couple good quarterbacks. The Mahomes kid.
Yeah, he turned out all right.
The Mayfield guy wasn't bad.
He was okay too.
And Davis Webb was pretty decent as well. So we won a few games, put up some points, some yards, and had an opportunity to become a head coach after 3 years. So God is good.
Yeah, and so having that head coaching experience, then you come here. How can you take that, help Coach Helton? How do you take that into your role as a position coach, having sort of seen the business from so many different sides now?
No doubt, and it is different, and it is a business. And
That's for sure.
Until you sit in that chair, you don't understand the nuances that go into it on a day-to-day basis. Being an offensive coordinator, at the same time, and trying to go on Mondays and all your PR responsibilities, and then try to get a game plan, and it's tough. It's tough, and it's harder than a lot of people think. So just being in that situation and understanding kind of what coach is going through on a day-to-day basis outside of football, I think I think I can help out a little bit and be a voice in that room at times when coach is not there or not around, and maybe kind of fill that void at some points.
You're listening to the voice of Mike Jinks, USC's new running backs coach. And you did coach at Texas Tech with Coach Kingsbury, and so you come over here when he gets named the offensive coordinator, but then you chose to stay when obviously he got the great opportunity to go to Arizona. What was the sort of draw to stay and stick with what you started here?
It's SC, period. And not only that, I could not be working for a greater man. I'm heck bent on making sure that this program is successful, and Coach Helton's the head coach as long as he wants to be.
We've had some pretty good running backs at these universities. Some people have even called us tailback U, so that's a pretty good place to be.
RBU, from what I heard now. We got to keep that going. No, we've had some great ones, and that just kind of, when you go through a year like last year, and just from the outside looking in, I think that's one of the things I talk to our running backs about. Remember who we are. Yep. You know what I mean? Remember what we represent, and we got to get that swag back, for lack of a better word, and because the talent is there. I mean, this was day one of spring football, and gosh, we've got some kids that can go. Yeah. We've got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? We got to clean a lot of things up, but we've got a chance to be a really special ball club.
Well, you're tasked with that, and you're working with now another Texas Tech guy in Graham Harrell. Did you have any kind of relationship with him before? Had your paths crossed? Our
paths had crossed. I really we didn't have a lot of conversation. Everything happened so fast. I was kind of thankful that Graham chose to come join us here at USC because being selfish, it was an easy fit for me. It's a very, very similar system. I think everybody has their own version of the air raid, and they tweak it into what fits them and their personality. But wasn't a lot of learning for me. And again, who it just blessed, man, because I'm telling you, Coach Kingsbury is probably one of the hottest offensive minds in the country.
Yep.
He may be 1A and Graham may be 1B.
Yeah.
So, to get the opportunity to work with both those guys and see the tweaks and the little things that coaches has add to his variation of the system, I feel very blessed.
And I'm fascinated to see the running backs in this system because, and I should let you say it, but my thought is people are completely go too far with thinking that this is not a system that benefits running backs. To me, whether you hand them the ball or flip them the ball, when we play Washington State, it seems like the running backs are the hardest people to handle in that offense. And this offense, it seems like maybe runs the ball more so than Washington State does. But it does seem like the running backs are a huge part of what makes this offense successful.
Hey, you looking for my recruiting spiel here?
Well, no,
is that what you're asking me?
I think there's a misconception out there.
Here's the bottom line, and this is the truth. You go back and you look at the running backs that have played in this system. Go to U of H with Coach Kingsbury. Go to A&M. Go to Tech. All those guys every year. The guy that started in the NFL. Because we ask him to be all-around, well-rounded back. Right. You've got to be an explosive runner. You got to be sound in your pass protection, and you got to be able to catch the ball at the backfield. And at the end of the day, when they come in and they evaluate all these skill sets, it's on tape. And so I think it's a very unique and very special system for a back to play in. So.
And I look at what the New England Patriots are doing. It looks like a lot of air raid kind of stuff, and it's a lot of throwing the ball to the running back. We look at like James White, those kind of guys that are in the league. It does seem like that's just where football's going.
Yeah, it's definitely evolving to that. I think you're seeing a lot more, like you said, in the NFL. And that's why I'm kind of giddy, kind of excited about what I saw today, because we've got some guys with some unique skill sets, and when you put them one-on-one and you get them in space, they're going to be able to do some things.
Yeah, finally, those guys, Vavai Malapei, Marquis Stepp, Stephen Carr, you'll get Keenan Kristen in the fall, and I'm sure you have some walk-ons in there too. What's been like getting to know your room?
Well, first off, hats off to Coach Drev and Coach Elton. They've been those guys. I've been blown away with their aptitude and their ability to process what we're trying to do. And again, a lot of our system, it's a mindset. We want to simplify things, allow you to play fast, but at the same time, it's still new teaching and new learning. And they've picked it up, and they've been so excited. They've been gym rats. They're coming in bugging, wanting to watch film all the time, and just itching to get better and excited to get on the field. And if they continue to have that type of approach, not only through the spring but through the summer, we can do big things this year.
Well, we're looking forward to it. That's Coach Jinks. You're going to get to know him, the newest member of the Trojan family, your new running backs coach at Tailback U. OUE Sky